if this was like a museum, it would be a museum of amazing memories, and I would stay there all the time. Hi guys, it's Zin, and today we will be talking about something that I have loved doing for this whole year, and something that I will recommend to you guys because it helped me find my peace of mind that I have so needed for this year. And can I tell you I'm obsessed with this? I am. Because today we'll be talking about journaling, how I got into it, how I'm doing it, and what has it done for me. So, so excited. Okay, let's get into it. Cue it. Okay, let's get into it. But before I give you guys like the three journals, let's talk about how I got into journaling. So, this started when I saw like mid January or something about all these TikToks about doing journaling, and it was like those videos. This is your sign to do journaling, and then they keep doing these picture collages, and I was just so enamored by it because I love that. Like my grandfather has a bunch of those photo books or like scrapbooks with the magazine letter cutouts, and I was just so I loved it because it was keeping all of these memories so fresh, as if it was just like relived yesterday, and I want that for me. And because I have so many memories that I do not want to fade, I just don't want it to be like uh, it'll turn gray at the back of my mind. So I really wanted to put them on paper and to look back on it no matter how old I get, no matter what age I am. And I can also pass this down to, like kids. So hard to say. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing that got me into it. And the fact that journaling has always been sort of recommended in sort of self-love, in the process of having self-love, which I genuinely needed because at the time my confidence was really like flopping, and it was just so low that I couldn't comprehend to live in that sort of version of me. And so I really feel that throughout this year that I have been journaling, it has really impacted on my confidence and on my mindset. And looking back on the things that I wrote, I would have never felt this, version of me if I had not started journaling. And I think that it's going to help a lot of people just to find a bit of peace in their lives. So, yeah, that's what really got me to it. So, on that on that course, let's talk about now what my journals are for. Let's go. Okay, so let's start off with my journals and what are they for, because I have three and they're probably expanding soon, but who knows. So let's start off with the smallest one, which is this one. So this one is my manifestation journal. It's where I would just put like the things that I'm so grateful for, and writing all the time with like good energy, because I feel like that's the reason why I love this journal so much, is because whenever I write it in a good mood, or when I just feel very positive about something, it makes the writing more genuine, and I feel like it just translates so much into your mood. That's why I love that this is a separate journal from all the rest. And like the first page literally says the luckiest girl in the world, and I want to keep that energy as long as I can. And I just love this notebook so much. It has given me like this clear state of mind, and it's kind of refreshing too to always write in this journal with and sort of forget all the negative things that I have been going through, and just write about all the good things that I still see and experience. Yeah. And I'm also writing here again like the manifestations, like I am attracting happiness, I am attracting opportunities, I am attracting wonderful souls into my life, and all that yada. So that's it for the first journal. So yeah. Okay. Okay, now that we're done with this notebook, which which is all the happy butterflies. Let's talk about the dark one, which is this. And as you can tell, this doesn't have any design on it and stuff. But I actually got this from Muji. It was so spontaneous because I really wanted a journal where I can just brain dump everything, like the really deep thoughts. And that's what this is for. So this notebook is majority for the brain dumps and like all the rage that I feel in my body, and I'm letting it all out. And this, and as you can see, there are a lot of entries, and I even put my poems in this. Anything that is just like a barrier to having a clear mind, I put it all here. Sort of writing all of it made me realize, or actually helped me to sort of settle out what I was feeling at that specific moment. I remember I had gone through like a really bad situation, and then I kept thinking over about how I genuinely felt, and I couldn't actually put it to words, or I couldn't even explain it to my friends. And doing like writing that specific moment and going into so detail made me realize what I genuinely felt about that situation and sort of helped me move on from it. Because when I'm journaling, I genuinely feel like I'm just talking to myself and comforting myself. Well, literally, because I'm the one who writes it. But in a sense, this is just like comfort and a small piece of paper. I'm writing so much about what I deeply felt about something. And then I get to look back on it and sort of realize, oh, that's what I felt. And that's how I dealt with it. And I'm somebody who constantly tries to bottle up emotion or move on from it really fast, because I just know that I'm not like dwelling into that is just gonna make me feel so like drenched in negative emotion. But letting it all out in this piece of paper and writing it and letting my thoughts like free flow onto this paper made me realize just how much it sort of gives my heart a little bit of release and relief. And it's helped me so much. It's helped me so much in unraveling so many things in my life, and it has been a really good coping mechanism for me to sort out everything that I need to feel. And I love that for me, and I hope that you guys get to do that too, if you have, or if you want to start your own journey. So let's go into the next one. Okay, so if you guys follow my TikTok and if you've been following me on Instagram, you would know that I am very obsessed with this one, and it was one of my main goals starting 2024. And it's this note, and it's this one. And as you can tell, this is the more Pinteresty one, it's the more pretty one, and the contents are indeed pretty. It really is. So this journal is more on my memories journal. This is where I do my monthly dumps, where I write all of my favorite memories into it. And yeah, and a lot of other random things that are very concrete and just very Pinteresty. But I love it because it's the kind of journal that my grandfather used to do, like sort of scrapbooking. But obviously, this is more me, yeah, and it's more sentimental. I figured that my journals actually represent a very distinct emotion between them. So I would say this journal is very like, I don't know, very positive. This one is very intimate, and this one is very sentimental, which I love. So let's get into this because this is a lot. Okay, so this journal I would say is the one that I cling to the most at the start of the year, and as you can tell, I really went through it. So this is like a love letter to my future self, and this is me at the start of the year. It just says January 1, 2024, and I'm gonna just like let you guys see what's in here. So I'm gonna talk through it. So this was like the opening for journals for me. This is what pushed me to really see if journaling was gonna be it for me. And oh my god, it has, because if not, I would not have these two journals. So for this journal, it made me sort of say goodbye to the old me in 2023, and it made me like unlock this version of me in 2024 that I haven't even experienced yet in January when I got this first, when I first got it. And oh my god, it's been such a process, because I even wrote like about me, my likes and dislikes in 2023 into comparison to what I will like in 2024. And it's just so amazing how these patterns of writing actually represented me as a kid, and I always wanted to do this. And this is just my favorite, because I really am happy in doing all of these entries. But yeah, I love that this is the thing that I would have loved doing for my younger self. Like, I remember also trying to do scrapbooking for a while, and just, yeah, like doing all of those kinds of things, and now doing it at 19 feels so surreal, because I'm so consistent with it. Not like when I was a kid, I just wanted to do it for fun. But now the fun has sort of translated into something that I deeply love, which is going back on my memories. And whenever I read these entries, I feel like I'm reliving everything all at once, and seeing all my entries, all the positive ones, all the picture collages, just make me feel so at home. Sometimes I feel like if this gallery oh sorry if this was like a museum, it would be a museum of amazing memories, and I would stay there all the time. Like, I really would. Even looking at it as I'm filming this, I already have so many memories like coming back to my brain, and I really love that factor. Like, memories cannot fade for me, and this is the best way to do it. So okay, now that we have gone through all three journals, let's talk about how I journal, like how I do it. So, the first thing that I will tell you, if you're going to journal, I really recommend that you guys journal when you feel good about it. And when you have the time, when you have the energy, and when you just feel happy to do it. Because I feel like when you journal and you're doing it just to, I don't know, post content, to just do something, like just to finish it, just like that, I feel like whatever you write is not gonna translate into how you feel. Oh, I think that goes. I think that goes the other way. How you feel is not gonna translate into what you will write. So imagine if I wrote this like I was just so out of it. I was so tired, and all I just wanted to do was finish a page. I feel like it would not make my writing as lively as it were in my memory. And I hate that so much, because I feel like it's so dull, even if you're just writing about it. But if you're really feeling it, and then it just brings out this all sort of magic into it. Okay, so how I journal is I use this pencil case, and it has a lot of like writing materials in it. I have like markers and a bunch of pens, but majority I use this one, which is from Dong A, and it's just 30 pesos, and it's like dual tip. One is thicker, one is thinner, and I love to use that for like the headline thingy, or like the titles in my journal. And then just any actually like good pen that I can use, because I'm a cursive writer, and I feel like my writing looks better with the right pen. And yeah, and if sometimes I have like a vibe or like a collage for a month page, I would use in a few of like colored pencils and doodle on anything. But the most that gets me into like all the crafty stuff are definitely the stickers. So my stickers would range from like alphabet stickers, obviously, and then just a bunch of really cute stickers can go from me printing out a lot of pictures and then cutting them out and using them sort of like as a background too, or getting some textured paper and crafting or like cutting a shape that I want or putting it in the background. That's what I would do. And next is I would just take inspiration Pinterest or other people who journal in TikTok or in Instagram Reels. I really love what they do, and I would just turn it into a me version. The most distinct thing that I've noticed in the way I journal is that I would doodle things that are related to that day. And yeah, and I love to do that because I feel like it adds more design to it without having to print out anything else. And again, please journal with good intentions and good energy and good everything, because otherwise, it's just not it. Really. Okay, I feel like that's all the thing that I have to talk about in journaling. And I just cannot believe that this simple act of journaling has made me so spiritual. So, I don't know, it just has opened something in myself that I did not expect to have, because I don't know, some things in us, we don't know that they needed to be healed. And this has healed something in me that I did not realize that was actually broken. So there are some parts of the way that I process emotions that translates way better when I journal, instead of going back to that problem and reminiscing instead of actually dealing with it. And the way that I deal with it is journaling. And journaling has given me this sense of independence and more trust in myself, that I can do this on my own. Like, there's a part of me that can do all of this all on my own, and that I can actually trust myself that I can do it. And yeah, there's just this newfound companion in myself that can talk and comfort me about anything. And I love that journaling has given me that newfound like self-love and self-assurance. And I just really can't believe that this started out as something that I wanted to put out as like content, but it has, I don't know, I really can't describe it words. I really can't like let words describe how every time I do an entry in any journal, it has made me feel so much like at home. Like, when I journal, I genuinely feel like I'm all alone in some woodland forest with a cafe in it and good music and Frank Ocean, and I'm just there, all alone in the serendipity of my own comfort, my own presence, my own memories, and my own realizations in life. And yeah, and I feel like turning 20, even though it's not really such a big thing because it's just me being a year older, I don't know, it's just something about having yourself as your own like companion in anything, and something that's gonna pat you on the back whenever life is really going south. Absolutely recommend. And it just made me become a new person, and I cannot explain this enough. This is your sign to start journaling, genuinely. So I hope I was the right person to tell you guys all about this. And yeah, I'm sorry that was such a long video for you guys. If I keep yapping and yapping, it's because this is generally something that I love doing, and I'll never stop. I'll never stop doing it, even if I'm late. But anyway, that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys loved it, because I definitely did. So it has been seen, and I'll see you guys at the next video.